Hello everyone and welcome to this new video, and today I wanted to keep talking about Warhammer because I enjoy it. You do too, I think. It's decently popular on my channel, so let's keep talking about it, and more importantly, let's keep about something that nobody will care about. Nobody will have any opinion on this whatsoever. Let's talk about whether Stormcast Eternal are better or worse. Oh, I'm not going to lie. Why they are better than Space Marines. And I'm going to rank these many reasons in order of importance. The first one being the least important, and the last one being the most important. And we'll go over it. And the first one, I think you can see what's on your screen right now. The least important reason, but a reason nonetheless, Stormcast Eternal aren't limited by stupid 80s that don't sell well logic for the lore. And by that I mean there is female Stormcast Eternal, which is great. They look dope. Do you see this shit? That looks awesome. And it's sad that the lore of 40k is, I'm not going to say set in stone, because if it was set in stone, Stormcast, Primaris Marines wouldn't exist. It's not really set in stone, but it probably won't happen, and it sucks. It would be better if it did. But that's a point for the Stormcast Eternal. Since they are made recently, they were made without this old way of thinking, and it really helps them. Now for something a bit more important. Design. So of course it's a completely subjective right here, but look at the gold mask. It's something that we can see in 40k. It's the funerary mask of Sanguinius, but the whole faction is built around that, and golden armor, funerary mask because they can't die, is so much better than what Space Marines look like nowadays. Primaris are just kinda meh, if you want my opinion. And even Firstborn aren't that great. If you ask me, if you want a good Space Marine design, you need to go as far back as 40k with their very knightly style. But in 40k, yeah, Space Marines aren't that cool looking. Then, important reason. What we can do with a storm host compared to a chapter. So if you don't know what I mean, here you have a Space Marine chapter. There is 1,000 Space Marine in it, there can't be more, or at least not by a lot. And not only is it really weird, because what can 1,000 Space Marines do on the galactic scale? That's 1,000 people. I know, the Siege of Macrage, where there was the whole of the Ultramarines defending against the Tyrannies. That's 1,000 Ultramarines. That's not impressive. There is 1,000 people in the city block, right now. Why do you need a fleet for 1,000 people? It's really weird. And it's really restrictive, because you can only have this much freedom on how many people there is. But mistranslation on my little stuff, on my little PowerPoint, but who cares? You can't read. The Storm hosts are way more flexible. There is many liberty in what do they look like, how much people are there in them. If you want to make a storm host with a few hundred or a few tens of thousands, you can, and that's awesome. More important reason, Stormcast Eternal are catching these hands, and Space Marines aren't. Seriously, the amount of losses and suffering and failures that the Stormcast Eternals are able to endure in the narrative is far greater than anything Space Marines suffer. Like, we can't even compare the amount of plot armor that they have. And to be clear, this is in favor of the Stormcast Eternal. Them having failures and defeat gives them a lot more personality than just a bunch of Garrisos. And it goes into my most important point. Stormcast Eternal are actual tragic figures. They are real people. They are not just some brainwashed kids that was turned into a super soldier and that can't really emote emotion. No, they have a lot of emotions. They feel things. They are human that represent the hope of the universe, but they are slowly being destroyed and turned into uncaring killers because of how much they're fighting for the good of the people. People say, oh, they can't actually die, it's so boring, but not only it's not true, there are plenty of examples of people of Stormcast absolutely dying and permanently, but also someone not being granted the peace of death. Like, Space Marines love to say, only in death does duty stop, or something like that. They have plenty of sentence, but it's the idea. But Stormcast Eternal do not die. Their duty is unending, and they will keep on fighting and dying and starting over and over again, and each time losing a piece of themselves. And it's so much better than just, I'm a super soldier, my personality is limited by what my daddy was. Like, it's really just not the same. Anyway, that's all the reason I gathered today. If you have more, just tell me. And I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching and subscribe. Bye bye!